Hey everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today we have something a little different for you. We've got a video from Jay Plays. If you haven't seen his channel, be sure to check it out. There's a link in the description below. I've got links in the cards to all kinds of other videos from his channel as well. So here we go. We're going to get into it right now. Check him out. It's a great channel.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another playthrough of Through the Ages. This is a recent async game I played. I thought it was quite interesting, so I thought I'd share it on the channel so we can load in. And they have the first turn, they take Roman roads. We can take a quick look at the leaders and wonders here. So we only have Acropolis left. Colossus and Hanging Gardens might come out. We have Leonardo Vinci here, Genghis, Joan for military action. Himeji is in as well, as is Ocean Liner. We have Bach, Shakespeare, Napoleon as well for his military action. And then Bill Gates is also age 3, and Sid Meier. No International Red Cross though. So that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, that was his turn. He took Roman roads. I go with rich land and urban growth. This way I'm definitely guaranteed to get Aristotle unless he wants to pay 2 actions, 2 civil actions for him. But also we have the option of Hammurabi because we see he's come out as well. And then Colossus is the probably the age A wonder that I'd prefer out of those 2. So he goes with Caesar and builds a mine and increases his population. So nothing too surprising. There's a very early monarchy. I didn't really like any of these cards here, and yeah, so I decided to take Colossus for 2, and then we could pick up Hammurabi probably on the next turn. And we get development of markets. There is an early Himeji castle as well. And religion. So they just finish Roman roads immediately. I finish Colossus, take Hammurabi, and increase my population. So I forego some science. This leaves us the option to get Himeji castle. He will have to pay 3 for it if he wants it on the next turn, because I did not take any cards, so that's good for us. So we get politics and planning. So they go with heavy cavalry, take Genghis. And yeah, they look like they're going to go for strength, and they also get the Taj Mahal, so already generating quite a bit of culture. I go with Himeji, engineering genius, to help finish that, and yeah, urban growth as well. So we're still haven't built our second mine, our second lab, sorry. So they take a bunch of cards. And we get called to arms, so we lose 2 civil actions. We build 1 step of Himeji and take drama. We know Bach is in the game, so that's this also keeps iron on 2. Wealthy territory, we win that. That will help us get Himeji completed. So they finish Taj, so they're generating 7 culture a turn here, which is quite a lot. So I go with Leo and iron, so we should be able to hopefully get alchemy. No, rebellion doesn't hit anyone. Odd code of laws is going to fall onto 1. So I just upgrade all 3 irons here. My plan is to wait for alchemy. We have 4 science now, so we should be able to get that going, although it is quite late to get it going now. So they win the strategic territory 1. So they're already at 30 culture here, which is they're building up quite a lead already. Yeah, and I go with alchemy, upgrade 1. So we'll be left with 3 science. Hopefully next turn we can maybe pick up Republic or Bach, and then probably get Code of Laws going at some point as well, hopefully. So they win foray, and they do take Republic. It was a bit unfortunate that Swordsmen and Knights came out so late in Age 1. We haven't really been able to catch up in strength, so that they've built up quite a sizable culture lead already. So now I'm thinking Bach is probably the way that I need to go here in order to kind of bridge the gap that they've built up already. We do get a pretty good tactics draw there with fortifications, and yeah, they just revolution into Republic. I get the second alchemy and develop Code of Laws and go with Bach and drama. So yeah, we're our resource production is very strong here. We do now have selective breeding. We have a good tactic here with fortifications, but yeah, we kind of need our food situation fixed in order to make the best use out of Bach. Otherwise we're just not going to have the population to be able to build dramas. So we lose a population for being the weakest. They go with coal and upgrade their alchemy, and then also take Eiffel Tower. Good harvest, that really helps us. So I disband the religion and then get selective breeding going. We're going to be at 30 culture here versus their 64, but they also have Eiffel Tower still to go. So yeah, I'm kind of a little bit concerned here by the gap in culture. So they take developed. That was a good quality for them. And then yeah, really making use of their civil actions there. Pick up a bunch of yellow cards. I immediately go with Common. I figured I really couldn't wait any longer to get a government going, even though it is quite late in Age 2. Yeah, I really couldn't risk them hate drafting that, which is something I thought they would do, given they have so many civil actions. Emigration doesn't hit anyone. They go with another knight and have the outdated classic army and switch into James Watt. And they also get an opera going here, or sorry, a library. Civil unrest doesn't hurt anyone. We go with Common and get two more dramas going. So yeah, we're going to finish on 52 against their 81. So we're already catching up quite a bit in culture, although they do have a lot of resources in hand, and also the Eiffel Tower. So they have quite a good potential to increase. Age 3 starts. They do have a happiness issue, so they disband a mine, increase their irrigation, so they upgrade another one and get strategy, which fixes their military actions. We go with team sports for our happiness, and I'm thinking here we may need to go down the war route, so we're going to need more civil actions than we have at the moment. My concern here is our science production. So we only have 4 from our 2 alchemies. So yeah, we kind of need to either see some revolutionary ideas. We have an age 2 one in hand, but an age 3 one would be really useful. And yeah, or get computers, but that would eat up a lot of resources as well. So, but they did miss out on cannon, so we do have fortifications, which yeah. So they finish Eiffel Tower and get civil service. So they're really their civil actions they're at 9 and 4 versus our 7 and 4. So they have a bit of an advantage there. And they're back up to around the same culture production as us. So here, yeah, we will have 8 science plus 4, or actually we don't have any more in hand for more revolutionary ideas. So it was good to get cannon going here and kind of setting up now for, we already have wars in hand. So that's a route I'm probably looking to go down. We're maxed out on our drama, our culture production from drama. So I'm thinking war is probably the going to be necessary here, given that they're at 12 and they already have a culture lead, quite a large one at that. So they get international agreement and they take a bunch of cards, which is really good for them. And yeah, so up to 18 culture production versus our 13, and we're maxed out. So yeah, I think war is probably going to be the option we need to start considering. So I go with patriotism, a couple of reserves, deploy the fortifications tactic. We still have 3 civil actions, so we're drawing maximum amount of cards, and we're going to have 12 science next turn, so we will have enough for either air forces or military theory. So they go with internet, and they actually go and build a movies, which is it eats up quite a lot of resources for them actually. So yeah, that was. I think now there's just no way we'll ever catch up on culture production alone. So yeah, it's going to be. I think I'm going to have to go for a war here. So I'm thinking we can either go with air forces, and then we should be able to build one of those, which would only give us an extra 10 strength, or we can go with military theory, which would give us an extra 5 from military theory plus the military action. So we would actually be able to build 4 more military units. So I was originally thinking air forces was probably the better, but then when I actually looked into it a bit further, I think military theory is probably the one we want to develop here. So yeah, we go with the war on culture first, develop military theory, disband a mine, build a couple of cannons. I don't build any more. We still draw 2 cards here, and I don't think he can, given his resource situation. I think he can maybe upgrade twice to modern infantry, which would give him an extra 4 from the tactic plus 8 from upgrading 2 units. So yeah, I think 35 was probably I'd calculated that would be enough to actually win this war, and we still have a follow-up one in hand, and we actually draw a hybrid war. Given his happy situation, that's something I would actually consider. Here it was interesting, we had 2 free warriors and quite a few colonization cards. So this was a really helpful territory for us to win, not just because it keeps it obviously the culture away from him, but also the happy faces away from him, and allows us to catch up a bit in culture as well without sacrificing too much. We only have to sacrifice 1 warrior for this, which is 1 strength. but we got 11 culture and 2 copy phases for it. So this was such an important territory for us to win. So he does go with modern infantry, takes air forces and fundamentalism. And yeah, he's going to have a happiness problem now. So I think here, a hybrid war was definitely something interesting. I didn't, so we won that war and go straight again. But I decided to go for war and culture because obviously it gives you more culture if you win it. But given his happiness situation, I was very tempted to go for the hybrid war here as well. But ultimately, I think the war on culture was probably the better decision. So I don't think there was. I tried to find a way I could declare this war, get up to 47 strength, and still have enough to finish one of the wonders on the next turn. But I couldn't make it work. So I ended up just disbanding both a mine and a lab to build more units, and taking Churchill and endowment. We're almost certainly going to be behind in culture, so endowment should be active for us. And yeah, they don't decide to defend. They just finish internet for 24 points, which is quite large. So they finish on 209. We take 25 off them, so 167 to 184. And I did sacrifice one of my warriors, I think, for that. And then politics of strength, that's one they seeded, I think. I don't remember seeding that myself, but yeah, that was crucial to hit that in age 4. So important. And to hit that, we seeded impact of agriculture as well. We do have a better agriculture, and I think given our low resources here, it's probably going to be the thing we focus on. So yeah, I build another selective breeding and another agriculture, develop engineering, and we finish on 192 to their 181. So impact of agriculture first, and that's the one we seeded, so we get an incremental 6 points gain on them from that. And then we had impact of architecture, that was seeded by them, so they win that slightly. Impact of science, also seeded by them. And then the last one, impact of variety, and they have 18 to our 14, so we just managed to win this one. 1 point in it. Such a close game. We really, Genghis Khan, I've said it before, he's one of the leaders I find most awkward to play against. Just obviously the strength advantage, and then usually from the heavy cavalry tactic, but also getting the culture gain from that. It's so hard to keep up. Back seemed like the only option. And then yeah, they came down to 1 point in the end. It was just such a close game. It was also the game I eventually managed to level up, I think, to level 40. So yeah, I thought it was an interesting game to share. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts, anything you would have done differently. Feedback is always appreciated. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for joining. Hope you can join again next time.